Yo, okay. Since seeing how I've asked you about two collabos that you've done, the Waire one and the Bamboo one,
Right.
I have to ask this one. Chapaa remix.
Chapaa remix was very interesting, and you know, I'm the
Because
kind
it's the other side of K South who owned the song. Doobies now.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Now, Chapaa remix was interesting because, you know, Doobies was always cool with Necessary Noise and CMB. Doobies was always cool with everybody in the industry. You know, he never used to, you know, discriminate, or you're high or you're low. He was always there, you know, and he did the first Chapaa song, of which I liked it. You know, I felt it. So Doobies calls me and he tells me, Oriaz. You know, he used to call me Oriaz.
Yeah.
Oriaz, ukwapi? I'm like, I'm at the crib. I was staying somewhere in Riara.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I'm coming. And there's a joint I want you to jump on. So, you know, I always had mad respect for K South as a duo. You know, because their music used to touch my heart somewhere. So Doobies comes through and he tells me, Prezzo, I want you to jump on the Chapaa remix. I said, cool, you know, who else is going to be there? So he gives me a couple of names. Waire is in there, Nick is in there. So I felt, oh, you know, actually this is home because Waire is my brother.
Nas is there. Is Nas there?
Yeah, Nas is there. You know, you got people who are family to me, so let's go. But when he left my crib, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, now, you know, this guy has put me under pressure because, you know, with a lineup like that, you can't just come and start inni, mini, mani, mo, I aspire, you know. So I got my A game on because if you notice, right, all my collaborations, I always came through, even better than my single projects. Reason being, I never wanted to be outshined. Keep in mind, you know, my stage name is Prezzo, President. So you cannot allow for your government to be overthrown, and the fans will be there saying that Prezzo alifunikwa, you know. It's the truth.
It's the truth, bro.
So I went down, gave myself time, and I started listening to music just to get my vibe, you know. And then I wrote one of the hottest verses in Chapaa remix. It was so hot that, you know, they had to make it the first verse of the song, you know. His lyrics, the gimmicks, and true story, enough your role, you understand? And they put it as the first verse.
Where did you record this Shaz effects? Karen? Or where did you drop the vocals?
The vocals, we dropped them at Shazzy's.
Because he's the one who produced
He's the one who produced it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Shazzy was a good person to work with as well because, you know, Uptown dude, you know, like, not only were we on the same page, but same paragraph. So, you know, it was a pleasure working with him. So we dropped the Chapaa remix, and Nikki was there as well. You know, Nazizi was there, Cannibal. It was a whole roster.
Oh man, dude, everybody on that song, it's like you've had a relationship with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
In one way or another.
In one way or another.
Musically speaking as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And otherwise, I had to, homie, I had to. You presented it to me.
Oh my God, do you believe this guy?
Anyway, let's talk about now the video, because of course now, if you're not just dropping singles, those singles are coming out with videos.
With videos, yeah. So, you know, once we dropped everybody put their verses. We weren't there when they were being structured. But then when we went to listen to the verses, then I heard my verse was the first one. I was like, whoa, oh shit. Because I expected maybe Abbas's verse to be first because it was his song. But, you know, because I put so much time into it. I nailed my verse. And they're like, you know what? Prez is going to be first on this verse, you know? So...
And let me say, it on a collabo with that magnitude of people, it is crazy important who you put first.
Absolutely.
Because that sets the tone for the listener. Do I continue listening to this or do I skip?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for me, it was a great honor. And I knew that I played my part and I played it right, you know. So we went, shot the video somewhere close to Alliance Francaise. You know, we did it on a green screen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a high budget video. But the names that were there was already weight enough to carry that Chapaa remix to the level that it needed to get to.
Yeah, and even the original was pretty big.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was blessed to be a part of that joint.
Chapaa, mina sipeleka banku sipeleka ba. Mina like Chapaa, vile wow like Chapaa. Mina sipeleka banku sipeleka ba. Mina like Chapaa, vile wow like Chapaa.
Lyrics say gimmicks, ni true story na vyo. Nilihaya choba kutoka Wilson paka Carnival. For that distance nililipa 60,000. Chapaa za show mi utumia kulo credit. Platinum kwenye grills na carrots ni 24. The same carrots kwenye wrist kwenye shingo. Nani mwingine si mwingine bali ni Prezzo. Jina kubwa tafadhali, act like you know. I'm young, rich, Kenyan and famous. Mikwanja kwa wingi, they hanging out my anus. But then with a name like CMB, how can you blame us?
Mina sipeleka banku sipeleka ba.
Them call me love, child, and nigga love for me money. I whole lip of cash in my bank, so move for me. The real definition of making it rain came for me. Them can't understand me bank statement, so sorry. Me not big talker, but me that cheap fucker. Yes, so be me stalker, he be a stockbroker. Salad in my poker, them call me the joker.
Mina sipeleka banku sipeleka ba. Mina like Chapaa, mina like Chapaa. Mina like Chapaa, mina like Chapaa. Mina like Chapaa, mina like Chapaa.
Bank kama Kaira na hustle kama Nigeria. Napiga show kila area kisha nalipo manaira. Vitabu na bairo na mkono moja kwa kaibo na beat zina kick kaviatu za Adebayo. Nafundisha vijanani kama walimu kwa udaro. Nawanga mchanja sana atauliza wawero.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let's continue this story. I've thrown it off by just asking about the different collabos. But I just wanted to show guys the other side of what was happening in Prez's life at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does this story go musically now?
So, you know, after the Chapaa remix came Banjuka remix.
Yo, I had even forgotten about that.
Yeah. So my brother DNA, he came up with Banjuka. Not the remix, he came up with the song. And the song was nice, you know. Again, I listened to the beats, you know. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, why don't I get beats like this? I need to fire Kina Musyoka, you know, because I need beats like this, you know. So I loved that song, and fortunate enough, like, DNA approached me and said, we'd love you to do this remix, to be a part of this remix. It's me, you, Big Pin, and he mentioned other names. So when I heard other names, I said, okay, Ngechu, now it's time to bring your A game up again, you know. And whenever I sat down with that pen and pad, and I said, this is, you know, this is do or die, I'd come up with the best rhymes ever. Anybody chooses to disagree, they'll just be living in denial.
Call a spade a spade.
Call a spade, not a big spoon. So I jumped onto Banjuka. So how you know that, you know, I took it personally? My verse started like, on your mark, get set, kuwa tayari kugo, msiwe na wasi juu mko na mi Prezzo. Kama mnani feel tutapari for sure. kama hauni feel free, hit the door. Nimekam cooler happy kama president Banjuka kiasi na kushuf madem na mini skirt at the end of the night kitandani ni saraka CMB ndani ya nyumba. In other words, nimetua, mnajua mina kamua makamuzi ya hali ya juu. It doesn't matter what you do, just do what you do like me. I do what I do like I'm doing it for TV. Wengi wamejaribu but they can't test me. Na kunifikia mimi ni unlikely. Mini younger version of Ramamdosi. Madem wananipenda, ladies adore me. Maji wananiita mi generali. Shida kubanjuka siridhikagi. I guess it's just not me, so ruka juu. Banjuka tu na fupi na message fungi na baka shida chini na rusha mikono juu. Done.
Big pin simini mwachabu
ndani ya mdundo supu na steam, all eyes on me, dem yangu supu wazim na wanani feel juna kuwanga on point man. Mr. DNA future ex-boyfriend, shida chini mikono ziko juu na yenyewe leo ni lazima tudu. Si uchangamke mbona umekunja sura jo, tumekam happy, hii ni party sio funeral, lakini chunga ukiniboy tabaki. Dia metransform kakuwa Lucy Kibaki, ushikwe vibare maboy wako huku niondoke kabisa fia kuku. Back to masupu, ngoma na maye juu ya track na feel good. Noma susare na jungoma ni kale, tupa mikono juu ukiweza pia miguu na kisileki mshike mza.
Yeah, Prezzo, I'm still heavy up in this game. Bado na wakilisha Domino, of course. Yeah. On your mark, get set, kuwa tayari kugo. Msiwe na wasi, jumko na mi Prezzo. Kama mnani feel, tutapari for sure. Na kama hauni feel free, hit the door. Nimekam cooler happy kama DNA Banjuka kiasi na kushuf madem na mini skirt. At the end of the night kitandani ni saraka CMB ndani ya nyumba. In other words, nimetua, nye mnajua mina kamua makamuzi ya hali ya juu. It doesn't matter what you do, just do what you do like me. I do what I do like I'm doing it for TV. Wengi wamejaribu but they can't test me. Na kunifikia mimi ni unlikely. Mini younger version of Ramamdosi. Madem wananipenda, ladies adore me. Maji wananiita mi generali. Shida kubanjuka siridhikagi. I guess it's just not me, so
ruka tu banjuka juu, life ni fupi na misijifungi, na weka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu banjuka tu banjuka tu, na weka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu.
Signed and sealed, you know, we're looking for flowers because you buried that song, you know. And you know, on that note, you remember Ramamdosi, right?
Yeah, but I remember Rama and Tawida.
Yeah, and
Tawida, yep.
Yeah, so, you know.
Hey, Rama was not to be messed with. Yeah.
That's why people never used to mess with Prez, because Rama was the Don Corleone.
Yeah, he was the Don Corleone.
He still is the Don Corleone.
Yep.
So, you know, when that Banjuka remix, we recorded it single, separately. Everybody did their own verse. So if you listen to the Banjuka remix, my verse had an intro, and the intro came from ding, 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 the Prezzo song.
Yeah.
That's because, you know, like, I swiped everybody, bro, like a credit card. and you know, it's right there in the archives, you know. I'm not going to speak lies or anything or thump my chest. But DNA came to me and he told me, bro, you murdered it. So I told DNA, I'm like, have they buried? Because me, I want to place flowers. You know, and we keep this thing moving. So, you know, we had that good connection. Although, on a downside, you know, I told, because me, I was very passionate about the industry. I told DNA, let's make sure we do a video for this song, this remix. You know, it'll capture the masses. It's going to be a win-win-win-win-win situation for everybody. But I guess, you know, sometimes signals get crossed. He didn't probably have the same vision that I did. And I said to myself, I'm like, cool, you know,
Oh, so there's no video for that one, huh?
There was no video, but the song was bigger than the original song.
The original was huge, man.
Yeah, no, it was big. The remix was huger than the song.
Than the original. That one's up for vote, but guys will decide.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Prezzo's verse was big.
I love Prezzo. You killed your verse.
I killed my verse. That's I did my job and I was done.
Okay, but what I'm hearing from, and you can't change facts. Facts are people were coming to you because they wanted you on their remixes.
Correct.
And that doesn't happen if you're just another whack rapper out there.
Correct.
You get.
Correct.
So the
Very
fact that
true.
people were coming to you, and I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the people who are in the game, top in the game.
Correct.
If by the time they're coming to you,
Correct.
You're the magnet. There's something about it. Okay. Where else does this story go? Because I mean, bro, we're just beginning.
Yeah. So after the Banjuka remix, then I had a thing with Sheila Moniga, beautiful soul,